After a long day of work, I can finally chill out and just scroll on my Instagram. Ugh, dude, what is this? Alpha Wolf King? What is this smut? Oh my god, what the hell is going? So as you guys might not know, I only recently learned how to read, and I've been regretting that decision ever since. But are y'all familiar with booktok? Because I thought I was, and I still think that I am, but now I'm not too sure. I thought it was just people telling us about the books that they've read. And I thought those books were like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Atomic Habit. But actually, no, it's filth. It is smut. You people are disgusting. And just between both of us, I ironically bought some of the books that I got ads for, and I'm now unironically reading them. So I'm not judging you people, all right? I'm sorry. But this is some bottom of the barrel, gutter type shit. What's wrong with you people? You read this on Sundays? You look at your mother with those eyes? You're nasty. And I was really shocked to see this because for some reason, I thought that smut had died. I thought after 50 Shades of Grey and kind of the decline in Wattpad, which I'm now realizing never actually declined, that we had moved forward and now everybody was just reading like productivity books. Turns out I was wrong. We are all still reading smut. And you know what? I actually think that's beautiful. I think what's happening here is that Wattpad has some children, other sites, apps even, that are for people to find and read independent smut. Fan fiction. Except the fun new angle is that it's fan fiction without the need of a celebrity. See, back in my day, we had things like the hat fic. Look that up at your own peril. However, what I've been getting inundated with now, specifically on Instagram, are ads for these apps and sites that you go to for this specific genre of smut. Now, before you come for me and say, the algorithm feeds you what you interact with, I don't want to hear that. This is supposed to be a safe space and a judgment-free zone. And by that, I mean, I judge you, but you don't judge me back. I don't know what I interacted with to get the ads that I am getting. The Instagram booktok ads are insane and scary and really poorly written. Listen, I've read some shit in my day. Hell, I've written some shit in my day. And even though I'm gonna play dumb as to why the algorithm is feeding me this stuff, every time an ad like this has popped up, I linger on it a little too long because I'm reading it, because I'm intrigued, all right? It has the music, it has Alpha Wolf King or something like that. I'm intrigued. It caught my attention. Now, this is the ad that I saw that gave me pause and made me linger on the ad too long and destroyed my Instagram feed. When he's forced to take her in front of everyone. Take her where? Anywhere? Like home? Taco Bell? Mickey D's? So he blocks their view with his body and says, eyes on me. All right, darling, I need you to pluck them suckers out and put them right in this bucket. This bucket that's right here on me. And don't touch them till we get to the end of this drive-through. And bites down into her shoulder and says, focus on the pain. Okay, so for absolutely no reason, I think I took this character in a southern direction when I should have been taking him in an undead direction. He's a zombie. Like, bites down and you bitch, get out of the car. He's eating you. He kisses her so they don't hear a sound.
What the hell?
Am I missing something here? Did I misinterpret this entire scene? Kisses her so they don't hear what? We're in a drive-through. So you're seeing the kind of content that we're working with here. This is my feed now. These are the ads I'm getting. I also don't know why it's written like 2007 MSN chat. I don't know why all the O's are zeros. I'm assuming it's something to do with like the algorithm, like maybe to hide the fact that it's smut. They're misspelling a bunch of stuff, but it's an interesting angle to go for literature. Fair warning, I started off soft. I wanted to ease you into it so you know what we're dealing with here. Many of these stories as well rely really heavily on themes of bestiality. I don't know when animals became such a big part of romance. I guess I blame Twilight, but all the most popular ones that I kept seeing over and over again were like this one. When you find out that your new werewolf king can feel everything through your bond. This isn't your run-of-the-mill alpha male podcast. This is an alpha werewolf, the real alpha, the original alpha, the alpha that's king of the forest, the original animal that we based this whole alpha male thing off of in the first place, then proceeded to disprove the alpha male wolf theory 100 times, but we just can't let go because it's too good. I don't don't know if these are actually books. I'm not sure if you could actually purchase these anywhere. I could have Googled that. I won't though. Also, what do you mean by everything? Everything? And why is that a good thing? What about your raging UTI? Can you feel that? I may need to be excused, and so will my alpha male wolf. What are the advantages of this? I feel like having someone around you who feels the exact same feelings as you 24/7 is actually a hotbed of toxicity. So if you're hungry, your alpha wolf is also hungry. If you need to pee, does your alpha wolf also need to pee? How does that work in your one bed, one bath studio apartment? This is a logistical nightmare. You're tired, he's tired. What if he's out in the middle of a hunt? That's pretty inconvenient. It continues. At first, you're embarrassed, but you figure out that you can use it to your advantage. In the middle of a long meeting, you start fantasizing about him. His dark eyes flash to you, nostrils flaring. Everyone out, now. I need a moment with my new wife, alone. Also, a huge question I have about this universe is, does everyone around you also know that this happens? And also, how uncomfortable is that for everybody that you're around? Like, where was this? A boardroom? A professional setting?
Everybody out.
Are you
I
cutting
need
our
a moment
Q2
with my
budget
wife.
meeting to go
She's
home
not
and fuck with your
alone.
wife? Also, like, how far does this connection go? Do they have to be close at all? How far can this Bluetooth connect? Some of them as well are also wildly confusing. Not all of them take the typical alpha male finds his wife route that you would imagine when you have a one-night stand with the alpha in your pack. A few weeks back, and now you're trying to keep your growing belly hidden from him. Something about a one-night stand just feels like it doesn't fit into this universe. Like, I don't know, does hookup culture exist in these fantasy wolf worlds? It just seems out of place. Like, are you an alpha or an fuckboy? Oh, also just a heads up, in this universe, we do have iPhones and iMessage. Are you pregnant? He asks. How does he know that already? She says, none of your business. Well, I don't know about that one, love. He may need to know. And also at some point, if you are pregnant, he definitely just will. I don't ask twice. Rude. She again says, none of your business, and he starts threatening her by saying, don't play with fire, princess, and then says, who is he? He's like, you're gonna tell me who you hooked up with, and if you're pregnant, immediately, right now, through text, because we cannot have this conversation in person. But also oh, that's kind of a dark, sad turn. He wants to get rid of the baby if it isn't his. Okay, so is he just toxic, or is that normal in the animal kingdom? Because the thing about it is like, do these people adhere to the rules of the animal kingdom or like of humanity? Considering she's a human, but her husband is a wolf person animorph. Whose rules do we apply to here? Like, what are the boundaries in relationships when you're interspecies? Some of them also like to take on themes from popular stories we might already know. This one, for example, is supposed to be Smutty Cinderella. When the alpha of your pack hated you and forced you to attend the royal ball dressed in rags and bruised so that everyone could make fun of you. Where is this? Where in the world are they? Because Jacob Black would never. You're at the ball, standing in the corner, humiliated with your head down to hide your tears. You can hear others poking and whispering. It's so unbearable that you run away. Okay, but why are you subject to this like public embarrassment? What does that have to do with it? Why did you have to go out wearing rags? Also, how bad are these rags that it is a topic of conversation of everybody? Everybody's talking about your outfit. Like, oh my gosh, mind your business. Maybe this is a uniform. Maybe I'm working tonight. Please. But suddenly the door busts open and heavy footsteps approach. Where is she? Comes a low male voice. All eyes in the hall turn to you as you back off in fear. Why is every wolf in this universe after you? Girl, not the victim blame, but what did you do? Look at me. It was the werewolf king himself, your mate. He places his hand on your cheek, his gaze darkening. Who did this to you? That's the second time I think we've had a darkened gaze. Throw up that darkened gaze count. Maybe he's just asking, why are you wearing that? Who did this to you? Because you must have been forced to wear this. Now, a big part of me wanted to actually investigate these stories and read them in full. And surprise, surprise, I went looking for a lot of these stories in full in the hopes of giving you some kind of resolution to what happens to these people. Shocker, a lot of them aren't actually books. A lot of these stories do not exist beyond these TikToks and Instagram reels, which is wildly disappointing. That's late stage capitalism for you. The Wattpad girlies would have never. They'd have never left a story half finished. No, they would have. And that is the world of booktok, Wattpad adjacent ads on Instagram, reels and stories and TikToks. I don't know what I just showed you, all right? Sorry. So what was the point of this video? And what is the wrap up? Don't forget to feed your alpha mate because they get lonely. And that, my friends, is the video. Thank you so much for watching. Me, my banana, and my alpha mate are grateful that you watched. If you've ever seen these ads, if you are big into booktok and like reading smut, please let me know. No judgment here. This is a safe space. And if you've made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.